you hear the term mental health.
Everybody is somewhere on the mental health scale.
So what affects your mental health on a daily basis? Which is a huge one, I think. What do you do to maintain or improve your mental health?
I've got a couple workbooks that I work through.
Okay. I think that's the huge thing is education. Not everyone suffers with depression the same. How does one's mental health deteriorate?
Yeah.
So like if you don't get the proper amount of sleep, if you don't have the proper amount of food.
I know that I stop when things are starting to go bad. I just stop caring, so I don't really brush my hair.
Yeah, exactly.
I won't shower for like a week, and then I'm feeling worse because I'm feeling gross.
Yes.
But I just can't break the cycle on my own.
Yeah, it's so hard to break the cycle, and like I find even taking your medication is really important. And if I don't do that, then I find that it deteriorates. One of the most common mental health problems is depression. How can we help people who suffer from this?
I know that some of my friends suffer from depression, and what we do is we just listen. Just being there, being patient.
For sure. Yeah, I find just listening to somebody.
A hug. Hugs.
Hugs, I love hugs so much. Yeah, one of my therapists used to give me a hug after a session, and it helped so much. Do you have any advice for people who suffer in silence?
For silence. They say that, for example, if eating disorders thrive in secrecy. That's why once you get the secret out, like once people are aware, it's harder to engage in the behaviors.
It's true. Definitely, like if you're in silence and you suffer in silence, it's a lot easier to commit suicide. What you said earlier was that when you have secret behaviors, it's a lot easier to like
engage in the behaviors, because if someone knows, they can, and sees you're upset, they can ask if you're safe.
Yeah.
Or they can be aware, so they can say, hey, I'm not doing good right now. Okay, well, how about you stay with me?
Yes,
instead of you being able to go off to your room or go off to the washroom.
Yeah, exactly.
And do whatever your behavior is.
Exactly. If you're suffering in silence, then like tell somebody, and if they don't understand, then tell somebody else.
Like tell someone you trust.
Yeah, for sure.
Like find someone. It's going to be hard, but you have to break that silence.
Yeah, it's really. What do you think is the #1 reason people choose to suffer in silence, and how can we fix that?
It's the stigma.
Yeah,
it's got to be the stigma.
Everything leads back to the stigma, and if the stigma ended, then a lot of people would come out more. I think a lot of people would be more accepting of themselves, and I think being more accepting of yourself helps make your depression lessen and your anxiety lessen, and I think it just makes.
Another thing that kind of bothers me is no one seems to care about mental health until someone famous passes away. I know that Robin Williams, when he passed away, then there was this huge
influx of like media and attention
and awareness, and people were more accepting of it.
And then it just kind of dies down, and until like someone else will do it, and like just not being judgmental and just listening to people. And even if you don't know what to say, when someone comes up to you and like says something about how they're feeling, just give them a hug, or let them know somehow that they're not alone. Thank you for joining me today, Katie.
It was my pleasure.
And thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.
Bye.